I'm Anthony Pasto with Happy Bees Apiary. We're a small commercial beekeeping operation. I have 100 hives in the Niagara Peninsula and I have a yard in Milton. So basically the bees, really, when you're playing with bees, they release a pheromone. It's a scent. So the smoke is to cloud any scent. So if they set off an alarm, all the bees won't react accordingly. Because at the end of the day, if you get an aggressive hive, it's not the hive that's aggressive, it's the queen. And if she's aggressive, the whole hive's aggressive. Alright, so we did, this is the one we left there, right? We haven't done this one. Alright. Perfect. So this hole that you see at the top is basically an exhaust vent. So any humid air can escape up into the attic type thing. It's bubbling everywhere. It's not too bad.
So this isn't a very active hive, you were saying?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just it's not as busy as the other one. So the queen's in here somewhere. She's in these frames in here because all the bees are on this side. So what I do is I try to get into a frame where I don't have to bother them too much. There you go. That's honey. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? You can see some of the bees. The dark ones, they're old girls. They've managed to survive the winter. So if you notice, the most important food we have is not in abundance. There's one right there, a dandelion. So if you take a picture of a dandelion, that's the most critical food. We got only a couple here. How are you going to feed all these bees with that little bit of dandelion? So you got to help them along in the early spring. To get April's called starvation month. We've been blessed. The weather's been nice. So all my tulips are up at home and in Welland. All the tulips are up, and we've got nice weather. So now we've got an early bloom. The fear is if we get any freezing while the blooms are trying to bloom and we could lose our foraging. We don't want to do that. Now, hopefully that doesn't happen. So we got to really keep an eye. There's a lot of things that go against us sometimes, and we got to really keep an eye on things and how we do things. I put a bucket up top. If you see the picture up there, that's a bucket of sugar water just to get them because the food hasn't been out yet. I've got new queens coming. I bought some new queens. I want to get another 20 hives this year to replace some of the ones that died. So what I'll do is, like a couple of the hives back, they'll be so full when the queens come, I'll take one box away and leave the queen in one box. I'll put a new queen in the other, and they'll be happy. They won't know the wiser. And these new queens are all marked.
So why did the hives die off?
They die for a lot of different reasons. Chemical. They just not strong enough, didn't make enough through the winter. A lot of times if you see honey in the hive and they're dead, it's because they were poisoned. Because it's not like a lack of food, there's honey in the hive. If there's honey in the hive, they're not hungry. You got food.
So when you say poison, is that like neonic?
Yeah, exactly. There's chemicals they've ingested somewhere, somehow.
Are you seeing a lot of that?
I'm not qualified to determine that. I would have to send the hives to the ministry and they do it. But they come and check. I've lost a few hives already. I have 100. Here, I have hives here at Westcott Vineyards. I have them in Milton, and I partner with landowners. Basically, I partner with Dillon's Distillery.
What do they get out of it?
Well, this is the fun part, what I love about it. Not because I'm cheap, they get nothing out of it. They get a case of honey, and they get the satisfaction as they're doing their part for the environment, allowing somebody to come on their property and handle bees. This doesn't bother Dillon's at all, doesn't intrude their life, it's just, they're quiet. They're the most peaceful things here, they don't bother anybody. You leave them alone, and they're fine. So they know they're helping out the environment, and supporting bees and local beekeepers. So it's good for everybody. If I put on in a farmer's field where they have an apple orchard or something, then it's a tremendous benefit to that apple orchard. Yes, right. But the problem is that I don't want to keep my bees somewhere where he's going to spray chemical. Right? I'm not interested, and they do. So here. They're not spraying. There's no spraying around here. This is all clean. This is a nice little patch here, and they'll mill around on all these properties. We have a very unique and good product with all of our different flavored honeys, and nobody does what we do. We got 14 flavors right now, and it's just unbelievable that people gravitate towards it. We convert people that don't like honey to like honey. Like the lemon honey doesn't taste like honey. you know, you fool them into eating well. And I say, like, whether you fool your children into eating well or yourself, fine. They know they want to eat honey because it's good for you, but they don't like it. So when I give them the flavor stuff or the cinnamon, they're like, oh my God, this is honey. Tastes like jam. Okay, it's jam. Wink, wink.